that's its talk. The money in the way, that's its talk. I beg you.
Good morning, DMV. This is another episode of DMV News. I'm your host, B More, aka Princess Amunda. I hope you had a good weekend. It's the end of September. Shout out to everybody out there on the roads right now. Shout out to everybody on 495, 395, 202. And on top of that, put 70 on it. All right.
Mm.
Now, we talking about ICE. We talking about the Go-Go Museum and another apartment getting exposed, LaFayette apartments and new cannabis laws in Maryland, and a dog attack caught on video. Everybody get your damn pip. We got Cool from Explicit Intelligence, and we got Leslie on that BC coming through. Oh, fuck Pepco right now. Yo, Pepco is gonna be called Pimpco. Man, I think somebody where Luigi at?
They knocked on my door.
Something gonna happen, y'all. This is getting crazy. But
Ain't nothing gonna happen. Them Bammers is just straight authoritarian out
with
there.
no Vaseline. No Vaseline.
Tyrants.
No Vaseline. But speaking of no Vaseline, let's get to the Commanders.
Nah, we got our second loss. The Bama, we just broke up right now. We ain't got Jaden McLaurin trying to get second and third opinions from his injury. You know what? This always happens to them holdout players that they try to get their bread first, and then as soon as they get their bread, I don't know what they was doing in the off season, but you could clearly tell it. It's like this Bama was probably out of shape. Done popped the muscle and shit. Now you're gonna be out for a few weeks messing around. But good job. You got your bread though. Yeah, that's I think that's what we need a bye. But we need a good easy game, which I think is next week. I think we play the Raiders.
So what about other DMV news? Brother, did you hear about the story about
How you even get the job, bruh?
how to get the job?
Look at his
Ian
face.
Roberts was detained by ICE on Friday morning, according to a statement posted online by the school board. Damn, they had this shit all out there. ICE said that the robbers was the subject of a targeted operation on Friday, according to agents. Roberts, who came to the U.S. from Guyana in 1999, was ordered to leave the country last year. So he had knowledge, y'all. He knew what was going on, and he knew he wasn't. He had to take care of his papers. I said that when the agents tried to stop his car on Friday, he sped off. The man was in a company car. They found the car abandoned, and the Department of Public Safety agents found a loaded gun, $3,000, and a hunting knife.
Where you get the 3K from? Yeah.
Roberts was arrested in 2020 for weapon possession. He spent 4 years as a principal of DC public schools from 2010 to 2014. While in DC, he was.
So what school? What school?
Who hired this?
He was named. He was named George
up.
Washington University's 2013 Principal of the Year. And yes.
Hold on. Because
what did he say to get the job?
He said, "Y'all come catch me." Back in my day, the principal was a old dude. His teeth broke. His teeth smelled, and he always be smoking cigarettes. And the teachers was just the old German ladies. But now these new generations of school people, they got the teachers and thoughts, and the principals on the run with guns. What's going on?
So what are they saying? So they saying that he had guns and he had cash.
He got the job because he was an Olympic track star.
Oh, a loaded handgun.
He runs fast.
Yeah, brother, you just go back home, and maybe you can get your own school popping there, you get yourself a little a board school or something. It's still gonna be opened up faster than Dr. Umar's school. So,
well, DC's Go-Go Museum launching a fundraiser amid money trouble. The museum, which opened in February, I was there, played a video, is hoping to raise $500,000 and will kick off the effort with a big concert on October 4th. That's in 6 days. So what's that? Saturday. They're also collecting donations online. The museum is open 5 or 6 days a week. If you listen to Ron tell it, it's 5 or 6. It's not set for tours and events, and admission is free for DC residents. And said the museum is struggling to pay its bills and staff. So Let me give a little bit more. Okay, so I went to the opening, and it was not supposed to be, based on what was shared with me and the people, it was not supposed to be free. It was only supposed to be free for, like, I think kids, students, maybe seniors, but everybody, was supposed to be like $15 for you to come in. And so I think that model right there is the problem. Small businesses cannot afford to give away everything for free. Especially when you don't have when you don't have donators that are guaranteeing funds that will allow for you to operate. You can't afford to give away stuff for free. So you can check out the video. You can check out the size of the place. It's a really good looking museum, and it is interesting. It is nice. It is nice. I didn't taste the food, but I'm assuming that the food was good. But what I noticed is that they do a lot of tours, and I don't think that when they have the tours going, that other people can also just be in the museum on their own, self-navigating. So again, you're limiting the amount of time and revenue that that space can generate, let's say in a given hour or a given 2 hours. And that's really what you have to look at when you're talking about opening any type of brick and mortar space. You have to know basically how many sales per hour you're making, how many times you're turning over a table if it's a restaurant, how many units are being pushed per hour if it's a store, a retail store. And for museums, how many, bodies are just like an amusement park is a station, a museum is a stationary historical amusement park. How many people are you turning over every hour? And I don't think that they have a lot of people. I also read, he said from his own mouth, that they've had about 3,500. I think the number was 35. Y'all remember when I put that in the chat? It was 3,500 people since they opened. And then he said another roughly 1,500, I think, in like seniors or tours or something like that. So if you're saying you had 3,500 people visit since February, that's February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, that's 8 months, 3,500 people, and you're open 5 days a week. Is that a lot of traffic for a museum? And this is the only go-go museum that there is, so you don't even have competition?
They probably needed to I would say plan a little bit more ahead. It seemed like they just wanted to get something started. I don't know what went on in the camp, but this will probably had to been brought up at the round table. Like, if you're charging 15 at the door, do you think we're going to get a lot of volume per, let's say, per month? Start off small, and if not, how are we going to recoup the funds to at least keep this to keep this jump rolling? I have a few ideas, and I'm sure at the round table it was brought up. Why don't you have parties? Well, you can't have parties in that small space because you don't have enough parking. So
No,
why don't
they
you
have parties, they have
you
events.
you're not gonna have enough to make that money like you would if you rented out a space like per let's say a ballroom.
If they had go-go's, which I don't understand
Ex-
why,
why
but
didn't you do that?
so I
And
get
why didn't you get sponsorship to to fund it? That way you don't have to come out of pocket and all proceeds go to the museum.
so one of the things he said was that we had people that said that they was going to support that
Ronald, you talking
didn't.
about Ronald?
Ronald Morton,
Yeah.
Moten. He said we had people that said they was going to help that didn't help. We provide this for free, the kids for free. And I think he said they've had maybe 140 events. I think that was the
You
number. So
you
I did some comments surfing today, and what the overwhelming responses were. One, have go-go's there and problem solved. So it seems that whatever events they are having, it's not enough, and they're not just like traditional style go-go's. Okay, everyone. we have a guest to give in their feedback on the Go-Go Museum News. This is Rock Mikey, founder and band leader of UCB. If you notice, that's the band that I noticed was conspicuously absent from the exhibit when I went to the opening in February. Welcome to DMV News, Mikey.
Hey, how y'all doing, guys?
What's up,
Chilling
man?
like
We're
that.
doing good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. It's talk. It's talk.
What's
It's
good,
Talk
player?
TV,
It's talk
DMV
TV.
News. So now when I saw the story, I can't even remember who it was. It was a combination of two DC news providers that I saw the story. The first person I thought of was you.
Me too. I was like,
But I didn't call you because I was like, no, because I know that you're not a hater. So I know it's like I'm not just gonna come to you and be like, okay, like as if you have something negative to say. But you do have insight into as far as the go-go community and just what you personally know and have experienced. So what do you think about this $500,000 fundraiser, and is it given DC Dr. Umar?
wait, I
You talking
got
about
to ask him. Have you been to the museum?
the museum, the Go-Go Museum?
Yes, sir.
I ride past it pretty often, but I haven't been in there actually. No, I haven't been in there. I was thinking about going in there too, like the other day. I didn't go in there though, but I haven't been in there yet. So I really can't critique the museum like that because I haven't been in there. But from my observation, I just see it's a lot of drama around it, surrounding it. You know,
Like what?
just people thoughts on like how it's been set up. You know what I'm saying, and what's in it, stuff like that, and what they choose to represent or highlight. Some
Like as
bands they
far as the
didn't. Some bands they did. Some people feel like they bands should have been more acknowledged more, a little more than they were.
mm-hmm.
But my thoughts overall, like from the outside looking in, I think that it need to be more people on something like that. A museum, it need to be more people on the board or whatever you call it.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you know anything about the board or anybody from the go-go community who is a part of design, setup, or how it was actually going to roll out?
I know Ronald Moulton was one of the key figures. I'm not sure who he got behind him, but I do believe that the people he do have behind him are people more than likely that's been involved with the go-go, you know something
Mm.
about it. But we gotta mix it up. I think it need a lot of more diversity and stuff like that. More people like the old and the young.
Mm.
People that got like that's on the board and stuff like that. The choose what may go in there, would be what's been represented or displayed. I don't know how it goes if it's something like a vote on what should be displayed or not, or how many pieces can be in it based on the space or whatever. But you know, it could have been a lot more organized, I believe, from the outside looking in. To not hear a lot of the things that I've been hearing, you know what I'm saying?
What do you think about people's comments talking about how he went to jail for embezzlement and they got the wrong person in charge of managing the money, and that's probably what the problem is?
Well, I think a lot of people embezzling and doing that, what you just said. You know what I'm saying? But they gonna catch the ones that's our color. They're gonna highlight it and more and all that. So I'm not gonna say that he's the only one doing it, but since he is doing it and he got highlighted for doing it, then maybe he should have been evaluated a little bit more or even monitored. The fund should have been monitored a little bit more if they was in his hands or he had any control of it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody should have been a little more, some
I,
insight of what he was doing with the money and or whatever, or overseeing it.
So I think B More is asking, if it doesn't succeed, do you think that people will blame Ron? Will they blame the district government, or will they blame the community for not coming out and supporting?
Well, I think it's going to succeed. I think it's going to succeed for one because they already invested some money in it already,
Mm.
and that this may be it may be a stunt to get more money.
But again, I've
Well, I
said
think
that I will go back and visit it and do my part, because like I said, it was a nice exhibit. I did notice that UCB wasn't there. I found that to be strange, especially since bands that I did see in this, because they have it
hmm
classified like the different waves, right?
hmm
And the newest wave, I know that I was told, I was informed that they have admitted to be influenced by UCB. I also was informed that Sexy Lady is like one of the biggest hits from DC since doing the butt.
hmm
And Ronald Moulton himself made a playlist, a central go-go playlist of top 4 songs, and UCB was on it. So that's something that I noticed. But I also think that, and you correct me if I'm wrong, none of us are perfect. A lot of times egos or politics and things do get in the way, but it's um it's important to look at the bigger picture, and if we see something that's valuable and worth keeping open and keeping alive,
Right.
then we do our part.
Yeah. That's respect. I respect that. That's big.
So do you feel that UCB is not respected enough in the museum since you haven't been there, but what Leslie said.
Yeah, she said she just nailed it though. She said it's politics though. A lot of it got to do with politics. And then it also, like with any administration, you're gonna rock with your peoples. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make sure your people's all right first.
But you're not
Any
blackballed, right?
anybody that's running any administration, I don't care if they black, white, you know what I'm saying, Spanish, Chinese, whatever, they're gonna look out for their peoples because they cool with first and the most. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
In
Hmm.
most situations, in most administrations, you know what I'm saying? You rarely get an administration ran by someone and they being fair all the way across the board. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't feel like you don't feel like y'all are blackballed, do you?
No, what I think is that what I really honestly believe though, when it comes to UCB and that's not being acknowledged about certain things and that's going on, especially with go-go being official, sound and music of the city. A lot of it I think has to do with the um the split up of UCB when we split.
That's what the other point that one more
And
question.
when we split, what I'm saying, like I think we probably one of the the toughest split ups that the fans have ever witnessed in Go Go. Where like they
Mm.
still like divided and still like impacted by that. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of promoters, a lot of fans, a lot of people that's just on either that side or that side of the split up.
Mm.
And the ones that on that side and not the side that I'm on, which is actively still having UCB going on. Some of them on that other side that wanted the original band, they ain't really rocking with us like that.
So that's something that I
That's what
noticed.
it
That was the
was.
last thing that I noticed when it says for this Saturday's Juke Joint fundraiser at the Go-Go Museum featuring Raheem Devon and his Go-Go band, the Crank Crusaders. I didn't even know he had a Go-Go band.
Mm-hmm.
Featuring Go-Go All-Stars, Trey from The People. Isn't that his band, The People band or something?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Miss Kim Michelle in the Secret Garden. And then Experience Band and Show is going to be downstairs. So
See, but you
that
gotta
made me.
understand that, yeah, Ronald Moulton is more fond of Trey being in our band. Singing Sexy Lady, the original person who sings Sexy Lady, he's more fond of that UCB with Trey because he had more rapport with that song. He liked the song more with Trey singing on it. It's just very evident that, you know what I'm saying, he's more engaged with it when the first original bands come together. He's more interested in that. You know what I'm saying? Even when I seen him at Angels Party with Spice Week, he was like, "Yeah, y'all doing the third, which I got coming up, man. Just now telling me we got something coming up, possibly 30th anniversary, maybe coming up next year in 2026." He was like, "Yeah, you know," he was really like engaged in that, like recommended places we should get
That
and all
that
that,
try
like
to come together.
yeah, all that like recommended spaces we should rent out and
There you
all that
go.
stuff, venues.
That was my idea. That was
But
Yep.
my
we
idea.
still active right now. You know what I'm saying? Doing what we're doing. He don't say nothing about the band that I'm active with now with the members. So that's what let me
So
know that I feel like that, he's more engaged with that original UCB thing.
so
'Cause we
let
got a show
everybody
with
know.
Ryan Devon and them too. We got a show with Ryan Devon and Crank Crusaders at the Howard Theater coming up.
That's what I was just about to say. Let everybody know everything that's going on with UCB now, so that people who don't know where they can find you can find you. So you got
Oh,
Raheem Devon and the Crank Crusaders with
well,
UCB at the Howard Theater when?
that's on the 29th of November. 28th of November, we have Hard Rock Cafe with Northeast Groovers.
Yeah.
And then we got November the 1st, we had Porsche Fest in Adams Morgan.
Okay.
Classic.
Pleasant, Adams Morgan area, Porsche Fest on November the 1st. Then we also got VSU. I think that's the homecoming. We play down there on the 27th of October.
Okay.
And then we
Yeah,
got,
I got something on the 5th in Baltimore.
yeah, that's in October the 5th. But after the 27th of October at VSU, we got one, I believe, in what you call it? Steam the Block with D
Oh,
on the 17th of
okay.
October.
What's that gonna be
Over
over
there,
there at the?
Sycamore and Oak over there
Okay.
at the arena
Uh-huh.
and the arena over there.
St. Elizabeth campus.
Yeah, in the gym, the big arena. We do that on the 17th, and then we got the 5th coming up next week, this Sunday coming
There we
up
go.
in
Rock.
What's the
Baltimore.
5th?
That's in Baltimore with us in backyard.
Backyard and UCB in Baltimore at the
Yeah,
where?
it's a day party. I gotta look at the flyer. Let me look.
Okay.
Uh,
So
316 Guilford Avenue
in Baltimore.
in
Guilford.
Baltimore. Guilford
Okay.
Guilford.
Avenue.
Yeah,
Okay.
Guilford.
Iconic
the
Ave. Iconic
iconic,
live.
the iconic. Yeah,
Rock, we really appreciate you, brother.
Okay.
Thank you for joining DMV
Yes,
News. Hopefully you
sir.
come back and
always,
fuck with
brother.
us. All right.
Always.
All right, let's get to usually we shit on y'all in Silver Spring, but we're gonna move that shit to Virginia apartments.
For
If y'all
lovers.
not sure if Leslie or Cool, if y'all been down to Alexandria, like right when you go over the bridge, you go down Route 1, it gets bleaker and bleaker and rougher. Pause. Let's get
All right.
to Lafayette
When
Apartments.
you keep riding down Route 1.
Yeah.
Yes. So some of you may,
The people get uglier and uglier, but go ahead.
oh, you did
Damn.
not say that. Oh, the people is ugly.
JC, shots
Well,
fired.
Buckshots.
you may be used to riding on 395 in Crystal City and Pentagon City. No, the Pentagon appears on your right. And then Pentagon City appears across the street, right across those bridges. And as you turn and scope and exit, you can choose to go to the right, or you can keep on straight and exit off of Route 1 and take the back way and you make a right. But if you make a left and you keep going down Route 1, you go to Crystal City and then you go to, I don't know what the fuck, Fairfax County's low income community protest dangerous living conditions. Major rent hike off Route 1, which is Alexandria slash Fairfax borderline. Lafayette Apartments. Now, just around the corner is Crystal City and all those beautiful high rises, well maintained,
Them jokes look nice.
manicured lawns, oversized chess pieces, and a safe park that's well lit with
Look at the
art.
bushes.
You can just If you
Like a
hear a
bullet.
rumbling in
Look
the
at the
bush
bushes.
behind you, there's nothing to be worried about. But you keep going down Route 1 and you end up at Lafayette Apartments. They are protesting in the hopes of having their voices heard.
Oh, yeah.
Marianela Funes, a community organizer with Tenants and Workers United, said that the community members reached out to her organization to express their concerns. Community members reached out and they were really concerned about a letter they got in May saying that rent is going up, said Funes. They haven't been answering these issues for years, said Funes. You can see here rats and cockroaches. The apartments are owned by Rose Community Management. The management company shared the following statement. After voluntarily freezing rents for 3 years through the COVID-19 pandemic, it is now necessary to raise rents at the Lafayette Apartments to keep pace with inflation and rising property payroll and operating costs to ensure the property remains in good working order. Over the past 3 years, the area median income for Lafayette Apartments neighborhood has increased by 18%, resulting in an allowable rent increase of 17% in affordable communities. Despite this, we are raising rents by an average of 10%, significantly lower than what is allowed by law. We look forward to continuing to serve residents in this affordable apartment community, the statement read.
Half off rent. Are y'all down for half off rent? But you got to
So,
move in before
do y'all
November
hear this?
30th.
Do y'all hear
Yeah.
this? This mindset, and this is the world. This is where we are. So if the if the increase over 3 years by 18%, so you're basically saying that the extra money that people started making is supposed to all go to rent. It shouldn't go to other expenses that they have, like gas or their car insurance or their car note or parking or food or other forms of transportation or clothes or supplies for school or job. It shouldn't go to none of that. All of it should go to rent.
How you say all of it in Spanish?
Todos?
Todos.
Todos.
Todos?
He said, hey,
Todo el dinero para
I
rent.
wonder if is that what it is?
They got they-
Claro que sí. No, tú sabes, hablo un poco
Más.
español, sí.
I know
Mas.
it's más.
We need
Más
mas.
de poco.
Sí,
No,
más.
más.
Yo, hey, yo, so the
Más
COVID
means
thing,
more.
the COVID thing really messed things up. Like people thought it was sweet, but like I said, they got half off rent, but a 3-bedroom, 1.5
Yeah.
bath,
Hold up.
utilities
That's
included.
2,000.
Okay. So I'm giving $15.75.
Jesus Christ.
Say
I wish.
75. I
They
wish
said
that I'd be
Todos
down that job.
24.32.
I was close. God damn.
That's double.
Cheap.
Yeah. So you
But they say half, so that's fair.
But this
Great.
is really about hardworking people living around Section 8. Let's get to the reviews that someone left.
What? Hardworking people living around Section 8.
Section 8 savages.
So
Degenerates.
you saying that's what the residents are saying?
If I
I
could
could leave 0 stars, I would. I was referred by some friends to live here with my parents and my sister. Everything was fine up until 1 week we started to notice rats. We had to set up rat traps everywhere. Not mice, y'all. Not mice. Rats. They would come out at all times of the day. Not even noise would startle them. When we mentioned this problem to the leasing office, the lady was rude. We even looked up the number to the health department because our air conditioning went out and they didn't fix it in the middle of the summer.
Oh, hell
At
no.
that point, my sister had her baby and she was staying with us. We mentioned the rats to the health department and they said there was nothing they could do. When my niece turned up a couple months old, we took her to the doctor and she had lead poisoning.
Oh.
Also, maintenance would show up unannounced while we were sleeping. We had to add a lock on top because we had a man trying to break in.
Maintenance.
Yeah.
What?
Let me see those panties.
At night, the other tenants would get drunk and smash the bottle on our car. We did the mistake of using the washer and dryer machine downstairs, and we noticed someone stole our brand name clothing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you gotta watch out for
He
them.
walked
Jump.
away. Yeah, that's the wrong move, brother. You got to take a newspaper and a chair
You
and
gotta stay down
sit down,
there.
sit down there.
You
While I
gotta
was
stay
washing
down
our
there.
bath mat, someone put in their clothing with our load, or would take
Oh,
out my wet clothing and put in theirs to dry.
Yeah,
Also, the
yeah.
leasing office
fuck
would
your
have
clothes.
meetings,
Take
and
too
when the
long.
other tenants would mention the rat and roach problem, they said it was squirrels, not rats.
Oh,
Wow.
After a year of living there, we decided to call it quits and move. We told the leasing office we are moving and we weren't renewing our lease. We left and they contacted us saying we still owed another year of rent.
we need that money, yo.
Hey, where
How do
you
you owe
go?
another year of rent if you leave when the contract is
You
over?
ain't tell us.
They,
You got.
they signed a 1 year
Yella.
lease. How they owe you another year of rent? It was the
Look
most
at
awful
Ratatouille.
experience of our life. I'm not even
Look
trying to
at
be dramatic.
Ratatouille.
Do not rent here. Lafayette apartment.
I can never
Don't
get
do
the
it to
reviews.
yourself.
Look at Ratatouille. It's Ratatouille.
Number two, don't believe all the comments. They tell their customers to leave this nice comment. The service stuff and maintenance are the worst things in this apartment. My bathroom has been leaking for almost a year. They only come and add clear silicone and it still leaks. My sink is broken and it's been over 2 months and they haven't come to fix it. The air conditioning filter is super dirty. They're supposed to be changing it every month or 2 months and they haven't changed it since I moved here. I don't recommend this apartment. Let me just say something. I don't care if you own or if you rent. When there are things that are wrong in your apartment to the point where it's disgusting or you feel like your health is at risk, you need to go ahead and take care of it.
Fucking
Ask a
lead
friend,
poisoning.
the guy that you're dating, the
Hey man, you
brother. I
can't.
said, not lead poisoning is a special abatement that needs to be, done. But when we're talking about leaks, how you gonna let I'm sorry, how you gonna let your toilet leak for a whole year? How you gonna say your filter
Yeah.
is super dirty? If you can see that it's dirty, you can also
Hey,
see yourself to Home Depot and spend the $16.99.
can't
And I'm
poop in
not
that,
saying this
man.
to put the blame on residents. All I'm saying is don't let your own risk and health go down in the drain because you're waiting for somebody to do something that they're not doing.
What about you just washing your dishes and the shit your sink just fall?
Oh
Oh,
my
that's
I
what
goodness,
think
that
I
happened.
cannot.
Damn,
I'm just
bruh.
going. I'm just
Nah,
going to stop what I'm doing and just go down and just go to sleep.
I can't poop in toilets that do what they do over there. Like they say that should be leaking and shit. Like I can't poop like that, man. You get older, your poop don't come out like it was before,
Oh my
man.
gosh.
So you guys, so Leslie, you're saying these people need to be more. They need to take more,
No, no,
you
no,
know,
no. I'm
more,
saying that
more
I'm just
actions
I'm stopping.
and
I'm not
stop
saying
complaining.
not
Don't
specifically Lafayette
shut up.
because we cover these
Stop all
stories.
that
And
crying.
even like with me living in my own apartment, right? Like my flat,
Just say
way
apartment,
more
please.
stuff,
Out
way
here.
more things should be fixed. Um, or a thing. But I just decided to take care of them myself. Um, because it's like, okay,
You gotta do what you gotta do. Or you gonna live like
if
that.
I asked you to come and do this and then it didn't get done, if I can do it or get somebody to do it, like if it's not gonna run me out the building, I'm not just gonna live with the stuff falling in shambles. I'm
And
gonna
keep the receipt. And keep the receipt and show them, hey, I made this correction that y'all was supposed to make 2 years ago.
But the office is not doing nothing. They don't
I
care.
want that
Someone,
reimbursement on my
someone complained.
reimbursed
Someone
face.
complained about the rats. They gave them a mousetrap.
that's
I
wild.
slap I slap the shit out that mouth. Get that fucking mouse trap out my face, man, and come out here and exterminate.
Hey, let
And
me ask you.
that's the thing. I used to live in Warman Court, and I'm telling you,
Warming
the
court.
pest control truck used to just stay parked outside the side of our building.
Yeah.
At
Get
some
ready,
point,
bro.
I started getting bed bug bites, but I would be looking at my apartment like, and I never
Ah,
saw any bed bugs, but they was coming out at night. So finally, I saw that they were coming up the
ouch.
side of the walls. One
They
day
come out at night like that too.
the people knocked on the door and they're like 217 like oh underneath, and they're like, oh yeah, the lady downstairs has an infestation. I'm
What it
like,
feel like?
oh, so that's what was happening. But like literally, like I threw up my bed. I was sleeping in a chair.
What
Like
it
this
feel like?
it was
What it feel like? The bites and shit.
like tough. They're like mosquito bites, but you get 3 at a time.
Oh, like
It feels like a violation because it happens when you're sleeping. So you just wake up
and
and you
they
just
just
know
tearing
that
you up.
something was there. You know that it was there. It feels like a violation.
Damn.
You go to
Damn.
sleep, they're not there. You wake up, they're not there. But you got a trifecta of bites. And then they were on my face. So it's like there was something crawling on my face and bit me. That is so
And
creepy.
they leave because they know the sun coming out right on time and just like it's time to go, y'all. You got
Or
enough.
maybe
Hey
they get
Nick,
full.
stop biting her. Stop. Nick going too far, man. Come on, get Nick, man. He's going up.
I think stuff comes out at night because people are usually they stop stirring. So basically,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's what it is. But maybe they get
And they
full.
just that's crazy. They just depart and like, all right, see y'all tomorrow.
I'm
Shit.
itching. I'm itching just remembering. You know, to this day,
Yeah.
do you know I was so traumatized for the next 2 years? I could
Mm.
not go anywhere without watching the floorboard, like the floor line, just looking. Like everywhere I went, I would just be looking to see if anything was going to crawl out. For
Right.
probably a whole year, I never sat down on the bus because I used to look up, research about the
Yeah.
bed bugs. And I've always been very particular, like not letting my clothes touch other people's clothes, like
Like shit.
bags always zip, never let you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like that
man.
shit really traumatized me.
Yeah, like
But then my boy told me about this thing called neem oil. It smells terrible, but you put some neem oil and no bug will mess with you. Now,
yeah.
no man will mess with you either, so you have to make a decision. What's more important?
Hey, remember the creepy crawlers? You
Yeah.
remember
So they
that?
they're gonna have to spray all that on those apartments out there in the Lafayette, lead poisoning and bed
Gotta
bugs.
exterminate. You gotta
They
exterminate.
taking out your clothes out the laundry mat in the basement. I hate those.
Lead
Um,
poisoning is something that's very serious, and they have a
Yeah, it's nothing to play
that's
with, bro.
actually something that they can get damages over.
Yeah.
do,
Um,
do y'all have pets?
No.
no, I don't really
Are
like
y'all
pets.
Get
are
that.
y'all willing to pay $350 to pay for a pet fee, or are you just gonna
People
lie about it?
who love
Nah.
Are you gonna
people
If
who
lie
you
love
want
about
me
it?
to
pets will pay it.
you want me to have that dog, then let me get that junk for free.
Mm.
What? If you want me to have that dog.
Yeah, they be trying to give dogs away at them shelters. Like, please take these dogs and we gonna kill it. And I'd be like, nah, give it to me for free. Y'all want me to pay a fee? No.
Oh, you're
what about the
saying
application fee, sir?
the rescue
Yeah,
dogs?
that application, man. Sometimes I be on Fox 5. They be waiving them application fees. Waive it every time. I get a dog then.
Mm.
I ain't paying for no damn dog.
Application. Why do you need to apply to get
Yeah, they do that. You
Uh,
gotta do that.
acting like dogs are like children because they're not.
They do it. And then if you don't treat them like that, they be like, you're a bad person. You're bad to human being.
I don't think that most people abuse dogs like them stories that we cover. I think that that percentage is so very 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 tiny. Just
Tip, don't come back. I don't care where you at right now. Don't come back. You're not invited, bruh.
who you
That was
talking
my
about?
old dog. That was my old dog. He ran away from me.
That nigga eating some damn
yo,
Boston market
be
somewhere.
more.
Yeah.
I think Cool is having a
He
PTSD event
got
from
yeah.
the
Don't
loss
come back,
It
from the
didn't
loss
come.
of his
Alabama.
dog.
That came in.
Look, like in
Don't
real
come back,
time.
bruh. Don't come back,
What's his
bruh.
name?
Tip. His
Tip,
He
name
was
was Tip.
tip.
His
okay.
name was Tip. Look, so this is how he ran away, right? Because I had a neighbor that had a bigger dog, right? And when she walked her dog, she would put the leash down, and the dog would like lead the way, but it'd still be next to the owner. So I'm looking at Tip in the house. I'm like, bruh, we could do that too. So I take Tip out the next day in the morning. I usually take him out around 6 o'clock in the morning, get it in, get it out, so I can get to work. I walk into Bama, I let the leash down. Tip inches like 3 to 4 feet away. I'm like, all right, bet, he gonna come back when I call him. He 10 feet away. I say, Tip, come on. Tip looked back one time, Tip, Tip like 30 feet away. We at Seat Pleasant Drive. We at the guardrail where the cars be, right? On the road. I said, hey, Tip, if you hop that guardrail, I'm going to work, man. I don't give a rat's ass what you do. Tip looked at me. Tip looked at the street. I not lie to you not. He looked up to see how high he had to jump over that guardrail. And then he looked at me and I was like, bruh, you do it. I'm out, bruh. And he hopped over that guardrail. I said, fuck it, I'm gone. I'm going to work, man. I was late
He
that day.
said, should I go back to this shit or should I take my chances in the streets?
I'm at work. I'm at work, nicked up. I said, this Bama's probably roaming the streets of Capitol Heights, all over the place. Somebody had to get him. But I said, if this Bama is sitting out front of my door, I'm going to hit him. Don't
And
come back, bruh. Don't
was
come
he?
back.
So he
Nah,
wasn't
No.
there.
he was gone. That
And
No.
Bama was gone.
what'd you do with all his stuff?
Best decision he
I
ever
threw
made in
that
his
shit
life.
out. I cleaned the shit because he was shedding a lot too. So he had a lot of pet dander. I was always sneezing and shit and carrying on. I looked
Yeah.
terrible.
See, that's what I'm saying. Why
Got
did you
rid of
even
that
have a
ass.
dog? Ew.
Got rid of
So
that ass. I
As
nasty.
like
long
dogs though,
as
man. They cool.
I
Ugh.
hate when people have these big ass dogs and they don't be picking up their shit.
Yeah, it gets
Especially if you
human
live in an
shit.
apartment complex. I don't want to walk out on my way to work and I gotta see Shaquille O'Neal shits out
Yeah, them
there
Jones be
in the
big.
grass and shit, and then they get
You
all
ever step
gray,
in
and
it?
then the bugs and shit. Not
Yeah,
yet.
them the doo-doo flies. I
Pick
call them
up
doo-doo flies.
if you're not gonna pick up if you're not gonna pick up the shit from you,
Little
your big
brown.
ass
They
dogs,
green.
don't have them.
They green. The doo-doo
But
flies are green. Watch out for them
right,
Jones.
yeah,
They
watch
be
out for
around
those.
doo-doo.
Watch out for those. But thank you for watching DMV News. We had a great show. Shout out to Rocky, and make sure
Rock
you go
Mikey,
watch out Rock Mikey from
UCB Live.
UCB. And Leslie, tell the people they can reach you at, dear. Les,
Yeah.
tell the people they can reach you, dear.
Hey, she went to a somber moment just now.
No, because I thought we had more stories. I was looking at the what you call them. Okay. So I can be reached by typing in Leslie Olabisi in the Google, and
And
I'll just pop up like
And,
magic.
and you
Voila,
had
magic.
and you had an event. How was that?
Oh yeah. So this past Saturday, you can check out the reel on Instagram at Leslie Olabisi. And I hosted the Capitol Hill Jazz Foundation throws an annual Hill Fest Jazz concert series. So it culminates in a concert on Saturday with, I don't know, maybe like 7 or 8 different acts right at the Eastern Market Metro Plaza. So if you just plug that in, you can see different videos from different performers, and I put in a highlight reel. There are definitely a couple of performers that have regular residencies that you should check out. Colin Chambers is a pianist. He plays at JoJo's on Fridays. Herb Scott is a renowned saxophonist. He's really dope. He hosts this thing called the Capitol Hill Jazz Jam every Wednesday at Mr. Henry's right on Pennsylvania Avenue and 6th Street at 7 p.m. And Valentina Maria, beautiful vocalist, she hosts Tuesdays at El Secreto on U Street. So yeah, it was a lot of nice, a lot of really good music, like exceptional talent, and just preserving jazz. And I just love to be a part of it and learn more, So yeah.
Kenny
Awesome,
G.
awesome, cool. Where they can reach you at, and tell the people what you're working with.
Kenny G.
Not Kenny
Remember
G.
that,
Out of
Joe?
all of the people,
Yeah.
me in
Yeah,
DC, you talking about some Kenny G. You
well,
should
he might bless the spot. He be him in that
jump
Joe.
off a bridge.
Channel of Cool, man. I'm there. I got 2 pages now. So it's Explicit
Uh-oh.
Intelligence and Channel of Cool. I'm about to get busy. Just
Uh-oh.
just click the notifications to notifications.
Also, we have a link page, a subscribe page. So every time you see the subscribe button in our stories. That's where you can find all of our links. So it's very easy. So you don't even have to memorize. Everybody got pages and channels and all of that.
Right.
So I will
Click
be
that
adding
jump.
channel Cool to the list. So when you
Click
see
that jump.
subscribe, click subscribe.
Click that jump.
All right, all right. And thank you guys. This is DMV News. We're trying to keep it local, so fuck with us. We are the only source of gratification in your miserable, insignificant life. DMV News, you may need
Right.
us, but we don't need you. We
Jeez,
out.
Gene.